Hey, this is Rob, and I'm going to be for RB&D reviews today. I apologize for not getting this topic up soon enough, but I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the recent announcement that Roger Ebert's taking his movie review show, Ebert Presents at the Movies, and he's putting it on hiatus. I first discovered this when on the show's Facebook page. I'm a regular subscriber for the Facebook page, so I've been looking on the page, looking at different topics from the show, or people randomly asking questions or putting up ideas about movies. And then all of a sudden, I saw this blurb that said that the show was getting put on hiatus after December. And I had to do a double take. I'm like, what? Well, what? And then a couple hours later, there was an official announcement from Roger Ebert on his website that he and Chaz, his wife, is going to be putting the show on hiatus in December. I guess up to this point, the two of them, as well as a grant from somebody in California, were putting up the money to get the show made. But the problem is the Eberts can't do it anymore, and they're looking for other ways to raise funding. And my first reaction was I was kind of a little bit saddened by this. I do watch the show every week, and I do like to compare my thoughts with the hosts, Chris Lemire and Ignatiy Vishnevetsky, and as well as Roger Ebert on some occasions, and see how different our views are and what we thought the same thing about a movie. So I do watch it every week. I was looking at comments from when it was on Roger Ebert's website, and some people say that movie review shows are like old dinosaur, outdated sort of thing, because if somebody wants to look at reviews for a movie, they could go on the internet. There's a bunch of amateur reviews like myself. There's some professional critics posting stuff on their websites, as well as bloggers. Having something like this is a bit out of date, they said. I mean, back in the 70s and 80s, it worked better when it was just print, and on television you could watch two possibly different sides on a movie. But, some people say that this concept is out of date. I think what they should do is, if they bring it back, they should keep it on the internet, because here in the U.S., the show is on PBS, and the problem with having it on PBS, from my experience of watching the show, is that sometimes the shows get pre-emptied because of the damn pledge drives. Like in my market right now, they're not showing the show because of these stupid pledge drives, and I have to watch it on the computer. I prefer watching it on TV for some reason. It feels a little bit more comfortable than watching it on the internet. But then again, if that doesn't work out, the internet would probably be a good thing to do, because that's what Ebert was trying to do from the beginning, is to have something for the internet, which he has. I got used to having Chris Lemire and Ignatiy Vishnevetsky as hosts, although sometimes I kind of question Ignaty's reviews for some of the movies. But I think they got it together, and they're really good to watch. Sure, I mean, there's never going to be another Siskel and Ebert, or the closest that we got was, of course, Ebert and Roper. But that's that. So I'm hoping that they can find a way to get the show on the air, because I believe Ebert and his wife were funding it, as well as this grant, I believe, was out in California, was also funding the show, and they just can't do it anymore. So I hope they find a way to get it back on the air, or at least have it on the internet. And because I enjoy watching the show, because I can look at movies that I would never have heard of, that's not playing in my area, and maybe when they come out on DVD, I can watch them. So my thought on that is I hope they get it back on, and if they